Hey everyone, it's the one and only magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review, and this character review will be on the brand new Gold Mythic Anniversary Carl. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there, and hopefully all of you are staying cool. I'm doing good, and I'm staying safe for the most part, and I'm staying cool. Now, I don't know, by the time you guys get this video, it's either going to be the weekend, or it's going to be early next week. I'm not exactly sure, but nonetheless, you guys are going to get this. I'm hoping you'll get it on the weekend, but it might be early next week. I'm not too sure, but you'll get it when you get it. But yeah, anyway, and also, if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button and feel free to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And also feel free to leave a comment down below. And also, if you want to share the video, you can do that as well. And if you do any of those four things, that would be very much appreciated by me. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into this character review, shall we? Anniversary Carl, Holiday Heroes. His trait is fast, his role is a tank, and his allegiance is a member of the Holiday Heroes. Now let's take a look at his stats. His attack stat is 11,164. His defensive stat is 39,074. And his HP is 42,796. Let's take a look at his adrenaline rush. Guardian's Resolve. The recharge rate is 66 AP, so that's the standard for most gold mythics. This fighter recovers from all penalties, then heals 50% of their max HP for 2 turns. Revive one teammate with 50% of their max HP, or 2 teammates if Anniversary Sophia is on the team. All teammates get Guardian Shield. So it's pretty simple. Carl is going to recover from all penalties, and plus he's going to be healing 50% of his max HP for 2 turns, plus he's already guaranteed to revive one teammate with 50% of their max HP, or if you have Anniversary Sophia on the team, he's going to revive 2 teammates instead of 1, and all teammates are going to get Guardian Shield. So it seems like they want you to pair up Anniversary Carl and Anniversary Sophia, because there are certain parts of both of their kits that will help each other out. So there you go. Honestly, nothing too bad about his adrenaline rush. No negatives, not really. The only potential downside is you most likely aren't going to have both Anniversary Carl and Anniversary Sophia. That's potentially the only downside, but that's not a glaring negative, but it is a potential downside. But overall, his adrenaline rush is pretty good, and he's going to be in the Legends of the Arena will, so yeah, he's going to be really hard to get. And unless they make him a promo toon, you know, it's going to be extremely hard for anybody to get him. So overall, his adrenaline rush is pretty good. he's going to be healing. He's going to be picking up people, recovering from penalties, and giving out Guardian Shields. I mean, in a toon like this, you couldn't, you know, it's not really a negative for a tank toon like this, you know? So let's take a look at his signature move. Take Shelter. The initial cooldown is turn 1. 2 turns for the cooldown. Number of uses unlimited. This fighter gets 50% defense for each living teammate for 3 turns. This fighter gets 50% heal over time for the rest of combat. This fighter gets 100% normalized resistance and 100% daze resistance for 2 turns. So, he's going to be getting 50% defense for each living teammate. So let's see, for 5 teammates, that's going to be 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 defense, which for him alone, that's going to be quite nice. And as we know, he's got a brand new specialist skill, which we will go over, and I will be reading for the first time, but we'll get there when we get there. So he's potentially going to be getting 250% defense for 3 turns, which is going to be, that's going to be really nice. Plus, he's going to be healing 50% heal over time for the rest of combat. So he's essentially just going to be non-stop healing once that signature move goes off, which, that's going to be really good. That's going to be really good, man. Plus, he's going to be getting normalized resistance and daze resistance for 2 turns. So for the first 2 turns, that's going to be pretty crucial. So that's going to be really annoying to deal with, honestly. But what would have made him even more annoying is if he would have gotten that normalized and daze resistance for the rest of combat. Now that would have been absolutely insane, but that's already going to be a pain. So far, his Adrenaline Rush and his signature move, I really don't see any negatives about it. It's all pretty good, honestly. So let's take a look at his Mythic abilities. Strength, 40% critical hit resistance. Not really going to spend a whole lot of time talking about this. You should be leveling up strength, as you should be doing that anyway with all of your tank toons anyway. So that's going to make him a little bit more powerful. Timely Distraction. At the start of each wave and turn, 100% chance all other teammates get Camouflage and Elusive for 1 turn. So, pretty simply, he's going to be giving out to the other teammates Camouflage and Elusive for 1 turn, but that's going to be happening every single turn. So, if you get your hands on this guy, it's going to be very difficult to get Adrenaline Rushes off, because you're not going to be able to hit not only Carl, but the team around him is going to have Elusive for every single turn. So basic attacks are going to be pretty pointless against Carl and whatever team he's on, because he's going to be dishing out Elusive every single turn. Only active skills are going to, that's going to be the only way you're going to be, excuse me. Like I was saying, active skills, you know, signature moves are going to be the only way to get AP if you're coming up against a team with Anniversary Carl or Anniversary Carl himself, but pretty much the whole team is going to benefit. So, yeah, why not level it up? Make him more annoying than he already is. Mutual Dread. At the start of each wave and turn, 100% chance this fighter and a teammate get pain split and 100% defense. Wow. you know, I really don't see that big of an issue with pain split. You know, but that 100% defense is nice. It says it's only for one turn, but you got to remember that's happening for every single turn, and that teammate that could be getting the pain split is likely to change from turn to turn. So I would think about leveling that one up. It does seem like, you know, that is if you can ever get this tune. But if you can get this tune, this one might not be such a bad one at all. Draw attention. At the start of each wave, 100% chance to taunt 2 enemies for 2 turns. Obviously, taunt is it's pretty annoying. Absolutely. So, pretty simply, I don't know why you wouldn't level this one up, because you've already pretty much got the whole team elusive every turn in camouflage, then pain split and 100% defense, and you have him potentially healing for the rest of combat. So why not add taunt in there and make it just that much more annoying? I would level it up, honestly. Absolutely. So let's take a look at his brand new specialist skill. Oh boy, here we go. Invincible. I already don't like the name. At the start of combat, while battling on the defensive team, this fighter cannot be targeted, take any damage or status effects on the first turn of combat. When performing the defend action, activate this invincible status again. 2-turn cooldown at the start of combat on the offensive team. This fighter can activate this invincibility status immediately by performing the defend action. So, if you were going to have him on defense, which, you know, I don't know why you wouldn't have him on defense. If he activates that specialist skill, he cannot be targeted, he can't take any damage, he can't get any negative status effects, which, that is insane, but it doesn't make it like, here's the thing that makes it like, obviously it says it's a 2-turn cooldown, but however, with these crazy defensive teams today, it's going to seem like that 2-turn cooldown is absolutely nothing, and then he'll be back to where, well, he can't be damaged, he can't be targeted. And, you know, Scopely, I'm just going to say, you wonder why people continue to complain about your game. It's crap like this. You're more worried about making OP, overpowered defensive tunes than you are making overpowered offensive tunes. Like, it's kind of always been that way, but it hasn't been that bad as it is now. I mean, it's gotten ridiculous. And if somebody, I'm just saying, I'm not naming anyone in particular, but a random player, they're going through the game and they see this kind of tune, and they just like, they're like, you know what, I'm just going to throw my hands up. I don't want to deal with this nonsense, and I don't want to play this game no more. And I would say, I don't blame them. I honestly don't blame them. Like, honestly, like, I mean, and Scopely, you've done this to yourself. Honestly, this game used to be a lot of fun to talk about, but it's definitely more of a chore right now. And, you know, we want this game to be better. We really do, but up at the top, Scopely, they have to make, which, I mean, I know they don't care, but they have to make the decisions to make this game more fun. But there is a thing where they can make this game fun and make a profit. They used to be like that, but I don't know, probably new ownership they're like, no, we need to make profit. We need to have the player base suffer. So yeah, this Invincible, I mean, I guess, could there be a potential of using him on offense? I mean, they give you the option of using his invincibility specialist skill on offense, but he's mostly defense, so I just don't see anybody using him on offense. It's kind of a weird one, but I'm not saying he's bad, but kind of strange to be on an offensive team, but I don't know, but that invincibility specialist skill is very OP. It's gonna create all sorts of nightmares. Absolutely, I believe so. When and if people can get their hands on this tune, that is. And as you can see, he has a default knife, which you can pretty much put whatever you want into his hands, which there are plenty of fast defensive options to place into Carl's hands, so you honestly can't go wrong. There are a couple of War of Champions weapons right now, for example, that if you put any of them in his hands, I think like one or two options, but yeah, it would honestly fit very well. And then there's other options for fast defensive tunes, or fast defensive weapons for fast defensive tunes. Absolutely. So yeah, simply this guy, Carl, he's really good, and this has definitely got to be the very, very end of the comics, because that's Carl. He's got the eye patch, and that's him and Sophia, all grown up, young adults. Well, a little bit older than young adults, so I mean, not like senior citizens, obviously, but maybe in their maybe their 30s. I really don't know, but they're a little bit older than young adults, but maybe not by much. But I don't know the exact age of the characters at that point. It sucks that we couldn't have seen Carl make it all the way to the end of the series, but we know Sophia got killed at the, pretty early on, but it actually benefited Carol that Sophia got killed when she did, because they made Carol a much better character in the show than they did in the comics, which all I will say about Carol in the comics, she was crazy, and she wanted to do things with Rick and Lori, and she was rejected, and well, she just let the walkers take her away. So that's how Carol's journey ends in the comics. Yeah, I like the artwork, but I don't know who those people are in the background celebrating. They could just be random people because they count this as a holiday, even though the 9th anniversary is not a holiday. But I don't have much to say other than, are you guys going to be going for Gold Mythic Anniversary Carl, or are you just not even going to bother trying to get him because of the very bad odds of him being placed in the Legends of the Arena will? And if you are planning on going for him, good luck. And let me know if you've actually gotten him, if you go for him. And do you think he's very good? Do you think that invincible specialist skill is going to make or break, or do you think it's going to make the game, or do you think it's going to break the game even further than it's already broken? And if you have any other thoughts on Gold Mythic Anniversary Carl, please feel free to let me know down below. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell, and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buck Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.